Hey everybody, it's time for a brain scrubbing gaming edition. Today we're going to be slightly delving into the new Broken Arrow real-time strategy game that's coming out from Steel Balalaika. They're an indie developer out of Russia, and this game's been in the works for a while. It's in the vein of the Eugen Systems Wargame series, if you're familiar with those. If you're not, it's basically a top-down real-time strategy game that does not involve base building. You just have a pool of units that you can pull, that they cost points, and you build a deck based on points allowances. So, okay, I want to go into battle with 6 tanks, 2 infantry units, and 3 planes, and each one costs X, Y, and Z points, and you have, it's basically deck building. So the first one they did was called Wargame, and these are the Eugen System games. So they're generally based around Cold War, Gone Hot type scenarios. The third one, Red Dragon, was based on a fictitious war against the U.S., NATO, and China, set in the Southeast Asian theater. This game is based, I think it's based out of Europe. I've done little to no research on it coming up, leading up to this video. Full disclosure, I had spent like 30 minutes talking into a microphone that wasn't recording just now, and after shaming myself, I kept my composure. I'm proud that I did not scream at the top of my lungs. Those days are largely over for me. Plus, it's pushing 10:30 at night on a weekday, and I live in an apartment, so you don't want to be that guy. I digress. Anyway, so this is the multiplayer beta that's open now. There's no non-disclosure or anything, so I am free to make content on this, as a lot of other YouTubers have been doing. I don't even know if you can really call me a YouTuber. I have less than 100 subscribers. But we're going to go into the deck building portion here. So, like I said, I did a lot of work, not a lot, but spent some time just rambling on this already, and I've put most of my deck together with some commentary that is lost to the ages, unfortunately, because it was some real golden stuff, let me tell you. Anyway, so what we're doing here, we're going to go to the arsenal section. I started up a deck called Ragswell's Raiders, and that's yeah, we're gonna save. So that's this guy here. It's a United States Marine or a U.S. based deck. Excuse me, battle group, and we're gonna modify it and tried to make a relatively balanced combined arms force here with speed in mind. Well, front end speed on the reconnaissance side, with heavy firepower on the striking side, hence the tanks and so forth. So the idea here is the support element, of course, is my baggage train. We've got this thing, which is just a big truck. Well, what do you mean thing? Why are you calling it a thing? It's an LVSR, and that means something to somebody, but I'm not going to Google it. What I do see is that it's a moving vehicle with a shipping container on the trailer. So that tells me bullets, beans, and bandages. So that's our main logistical base. If this game is like any of these others that came before it, supply and logistics are important. I don't know how it works because I haven't actually played it yet, and I haven't looked at the tutorials. So we're flying blind here. I'm just kind of going on instinct and what I've learned from other games of this type. So a max of 2 trucks, we're going to max out that. And then from there, this is my baggage train. Some light air defense, point defense here, mobile air defense. So I'm going to have one of these labs per my per group. So the idea here is 3 groups, 2 main reconnaissance / strike forces with a third QRF in reserve. QRF is quick reaction force. If I'm wrong about any of this, please blow me up in the comments. I'm not a veteran, I don't claim to be. I'm a keyboard warrior at the minimum, and a bad one at that. I'm not good at these games, but I do enjoy playing them. Alright, so... what was I saying? Oh yeah, 3 groups. 2 main strike groups and a 3rd in reserve. So, more or less, these groupings are divisible by 3 where I could, with a couple exceptions. So, well, we got 2, basically, actually, so cavalry scouts, this is going to be the reconnaissance element to my reserve group. Scout snipers and force recon are going to be the recon elements to my strike groups. They're light, so they go in ahead, deploy, hide, and wait for the big boys to show up and fuck things up. That's the idea. So to that end, I've got some mechanized infantry here. They're basically, I'm thinking these are going to be my reserve infantry elements, and then Marine Raiders out front with some engineers accompanying in case any obstacles come up that they have to get rid of on the quick. And we're going to have some... Now, these are foot-mounted air defense and tow teams, but the Raiders have... I don't remember what these things are called, these vehicles, but they're armored alligator / duck looking things, and they seat 21 guys. So the idea here is we'll have actually, I guess I could up the tow teams so that there's 1 tow team per squad of raiders. Yeah, let's do that. I'm kind of just rounding out where to spend the remaining 1,800 points or so that I have, or excuse me, 1,200 odd points I have to spend. Yeah, same with air defense. To kill any pesky helicopters. The mechanized riflemen, they have AT-4s, so they have a little bit of built-in anti-tank. Although, again, these are going to be my reserve guys, so they will be coming up with probably these M2A2 SCP variants. The more expensive tanks are going to be out front with 1 ATM lav per element of tanks, just to kind of hopefully add some quick flanking shots with the anti-tank missiles. So the idea here is the big boys kind of stand off while these guys move to the side and get kill shots. That's the idea. And then on our baggage train, like I said, we got supplies, 1 lav, 1 mortar section for each strike group and reserve group, 1 MLRS to fuck things up from the rear, 2 paladins, a show rad, which I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure AD is air defense because it's got stingers, and a couple patriots for heavy air defense for the baggage train. We've got 3 attack helicopters, 1 one is the Viper variant, so it's got a little bit of anti-air capability built in with these sidewinders, and 1 Super Stallion in reserve to hopefully be not needed, but that's to go in and get guys out if there's a really bad situation when we need to pull out a bunch of infantry out from the fight. And we've got 1 Harvest Hawk. It's just it looks like I don't know if it's a C-130. Yeah, it's a variation of the KC-130J Harvest Hawk, whatever that means. But it's got, I mean, I could put Griffin missiles on it. What does that do? these are air-to-ground missiles. Eh. Pylons. Okay, so this is basically, I can, in addition to being cargo, because I know there's airdrop in this, like you could pair drop things in. This is where that's going to come from, and you can add in some ground and pound, or ground pounding capability if you want. Got 2 Hornets for air superiority. It seems like it's not enough, but hopefully the combination of my ground-based air defense and the 2 planes will provide enough air superiority. Stormbreakers, like Thor's sword, huh? Yeah, these are just bombs. Okay. Yeah, you might as well max out the points on that Harvest Hawk, because got a few more points to play with here. Now, I'm kind of getting towards the upper limits of most of these categories here, so it's not like I can just go, well, I guess I could get, well, no, I've maxed out the number of mortars I can get. I could probably get one more. Can I get one more lat? No, can't afford that. I mean, I can't afford that. Paladins. We'll just keep the high explosive rounds. Okay, so these are cluster munitions, or anti-tank clusters. Do I just want to stick with high explosives? Stick with high explosives. Okay, I could add some armor to my mortars. Let's do that. Same with the air defense vehicles. Oh, no, that puts me over. Could add armor to this guy. Yeah, so just like the real Marines, I'm trying to outfit my guys with the best and most capable equipment that's available, and the most expensive, just like the real Marines. Let's see. I don't have enough for that. Self-defense package. Yeah, I'm kind of just rounding out modular improvements to my guys because I don't really have enough points to... I mean, I could add a bunch more reconnaissance, but maybe that's what I'll do. Just double up, or just fully. Yeah, let's see what happens if I just max these units, these numbers out. Do I approach my cap? All right, so that's closer. I still got 480 points to play with. The improvements. The engineers. I wonder how they work mechanically, because, okay, they have smoke, they can sprint, but I don't see anything about other capabilities like clearing obstacles and that kind of stuff, like minesweeping, etc. Not sure how that works in the game. But, got about as many tanks as I can get. You know, we're gonna max out the number of engineers. Oh, no we're not. Because each of these is 6 guys. And they're in, I selected the M13A3s for them. Each one of these seats 12. So 2 squads per APC. Can we bump up the armor on the APCs, make them a little more survivable? Okay, that works. Give them Mark 19s instead of machine guns. Alright, and that puts me right at 2,000. That's nice. Okay. What about with these Bradleys? I think I've already kind of picked the best shit that I can get for the Bradleys. Let's see. Yeah, let's upgun these Humvees. Actually, I need more of them. Now that I've upped my number of snipers. Again, the idea here is 1 section per vehicle. I think that the engineers it's the only place where I doubled up squads in a vehicle, just because they're going to be. I mean, they're in. I mean, M113s. That's Vietnam era stuff. That's not really good for fighting the modern armored battlefield, as far as I know. So they don't want to be up front. They're going to be hanging out in the back, doing their CB thing, waiting for somebody to come in and say, "Hey, we got a wall you need to knock down." Oh, yep. 6 recon, so we probably want. Oh. Okay. So it didn't automatically up the number of transports when I upped the number of scouts, so let's upgun this to, well, let's get the numbers up to 16, or up to 6 first. So, can I upgun these to a minigun, for example? Yes, and it puts me right at 1,500. Alright, so where else can we throw these extra points? Already up-armored this. Already upgraded to grenade launcher. What about on here? Base armor. Well, I've maxed out infantry. So yeah, you might as well throw some machine guns in these fuckers. Well, let's just go with them 240s. They're a little cheaper. Now maybe I can. Nope, I can't. Although... what's probably going to need the armor more? The mortar lav or the air defense lav? I'm thinking the air defense lav. So we're going to just go base armor. Sorry guys. Budgetary concerns. Ah, still 10 over. You know what? I think if we get to a point where these things have to use machine guns, it's probably all over anyway. So that should flatten me out there. Okay, 1750 out of 1750. Helicopters. Can I upgrade these things any? Ooh, yeah, let's see. What is a sidearm? Actually, let's yeah, let's keep the extra rockets. The Vipers. Let's empty this out. Yeah, we went with the heavy machine gun on the Stallion. That's good. What else do we have? So, can I afford a third or a second? But I mean, they basically have jack shit for firepower in this configuration. Yeah, there's more of them, but like I said, I'm trying to min-max. So the Viper is going to be my reserve chopper, since it's going to be hanging out near the baggage train. What is a sidearm? Is that a... Is this anti-tank? Let's see. Infantry. Can target helicopters. Can target vehicles. Sidewinder. So I know a Sidewinder is a missile, obviously, but a heat-seeking missile, I mean. Short-range, air-to-air missile. At least that's what I thought. So is the sidearm essentially the same principle? But, oh, AGM, air-to-ground missile. See, there you go. Okay, so this is... It's already got 8 Hellfires. Yeah, we'll go with the Sidewinders. Guided versus Hydro rockets. Or I could just double up on Hellfires. Now I like the versatility. Then for my superb Cobras, yeah, we want to max out rockets. So what's the difference between, let's see, what's the difference between the sidearm and the toe? Ah, anti-radar. So, air defense suppression, which I don't really have anywhere else. But I don't know if a 40-year-old attack helicopter is the best platform for a 40, 50, 50-year-old. These things are Vietnam era. I mean, the base platform is Vietnam era. Versus the toe. Damage 11, accuracy 100%. Type direct shot weapon. Dispersion? What does that mean? No tooltip. Oh, that's because that's the cannon stat. So dispersion. So that's the cone of fire on the cannon. That's why it was D. All right. So lead pursuit missile, passive. Damage 12, accuracy 100. Sidearm, damage 11, accuracy 100. They're faster than the toes. Cost more than toes, though. Not only in points, but in supply. Just the trade-off is you get twice as many toes, but they're significantly slower. What's the range? 1,600 meters. Oh, 2,600 meters. Oh, okay. Now it's becoming clear. It's crystallizing a little here. What's the range on the Hellfire? 1,800. Damage is more damage. Middle ground speed. But there's 8 of them. I can't afford them anyway. Why am I talking about Hellfires? Now that puts me over. Alright, we'll go with the sidearms. Namely just the range. Blast radius is 36. This doesn't have a blast radius. Well, these are more just for armor piercing. Plus the sidearm's more versatile. It's supposedly you can use it against helicopters and infantry. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. And it puts me just 5 under my cap for helicopters. So enough of that. Is there anything else we can squeeze out of our air assets? I don't want... Alright, looks like you get the sidewinders no matter what. Yeah. Keep the AMRAMs. Stormbreaker. I'm Thor. Let's see. I only have 85 points that I can play with. I feel like if I'm doing this right, I should have no points left over and everything maxed. But what if I go with the cheaper Hornet? See, this has got JSOs. AMRAMs. Yeah, I don't know about this F-35. Okay. No, stop messing with infantry. It's already maxed. I could add armor to... Yep. Add in armor to my lab anti-tanks. Best machine gun. We've got the best machine guns. Our machine guns are the best. Okay. Why do I keep doing that? You know, I think this might be enough to start. Enough tinkering. And this video is pushing... Well, yeah, we're pushing 40 minutes now. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and save this. This is what I'm going to save this as my first deck. Now I'm going to back out to, let's go to play. Actually play the game. Now let's go home. The demo mission. I'm just going to launch this. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm curious if it's going to actually let me choose the deck I just built, or if there's a pre-built. But I kind of want to just see how it looks, how the graphic settings are. I have everything basically turned up to 11.
Gentlemen, we have just received the green light for the landing operation on Baltic Peninsula. The Russian Baltic fleet is currently resupplying in the harbor of Kaliningrad and will soon be ready to take the sea. Taking control of this peninsula would trap them in the lagoon, rendering them basically non-operational in the region. Our troops are ready to storm the beach, but according to our latest satellite data, a mobile coastal artillery battery is defending the harbor. These guns must be silenced before we can launch the main assault, or this will turn into Omaha Beach 2.0. The guns have been spotted here. This is a battery of Barrick 152mm howitzers. They can detect and engage fast-moving targets above the water. That includes ships and helicopters. Local intel reports
it's funny,
that
you
a
can tell
battery
this
of
is a Russian guy
missiles
trying
is
to
present
do
on the
like
south bank of the lagoon.
stereotypical U.S.
But the
Army
precise
general
position
voice.
of each launcher is unknown, as they're relocated every day. That makes a missile or airstrike way too hazardous. Our best option is to send in a light force to eliminate the anti-air and artillery batteries by surprise and open the way for the main landing. They don't expect that kind of attack, so the ground forces in the area are limited. Commander, you will be in charge of the first wave while I organize the main landing. Prepare your troops, but remember, it's a one-time opportunity, so it's make or break. Make it happen, Commander. Good luck. My ships cannot approach as long as the coastal battery located in this fort is operational. The anti-air missiles are located on the other side of the canal. A Russian missile battery generally consists of 6 vehicles. 2 of them have been located on the beach, but the others must be hiding in the nearby city. The reconnaissance group has made contact with the enemy and reports the presence of a tank company defending the area. I hope you brought some dedicated anti-tank units with you. If not, use smoke and buildings to your advantage.
Okay, medium. Alright, so yeah, standard WASD moves, mouse zooms. Frame rate is not good. Might have to turn some of these settings down. Well, now I went from about 30. It's fluctuating between 30 and 60 seconds, which. Now it did say in the settings that the anti-aliasing has not been tested yet. I have it set to TAA. I'll be honest, I don't know the difference between the different anti-aliasing types. I'm stupid like that. But I'm wondering if I just turn it off, how good it's going to look. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to get too deep into this. I just wanted to kind of get a glimpse of how it looks like. It sounds great. I have heard a lot of praise of the sound. Camera panning isn't exactly as smooth as I'd like it to be. Zoom is, though. I mean, zoom... that seems okay, but again, this could just be the video settings I selected. So I'm gonna stop. Okay, escape does not
The
quit.
reinforcements you have demanded are gathering over time. Don't forget to call them on the battlefield.
Not a Russian. Alright, so we're gonna return to the hangar. So yeah, that's a quick look at the deck I built for Broken Arrow. I think my next video is I'll actually try the tutorial mission. I'll probably spend some offline time playing it just to get the graphics settings where I want them to be for a good frame rate that looks good on a video. And anyway, let me know if you like this, if you have any suggestions, any comments. If I don't see you, have a good one.